Hey guys, my GoPro is stuck to my wall with a suction cup boy here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. As you can probably tell from this weird and wacky camera angle today, I'm going to be trying out this fairly insane piece of kit. This beautiful thing is the GPX wheel from the guys over at Precision Sim Engineering, and is probably the closest you're ever going to get to having a real-life Formula 1 wheel on your rig at home. And as you may have noticed, our in-game steering wheel is pretty much identical to the physical GPX rim. That's because that one is based on this one, and I find it pretty damn surreal to have my in-game steering wheel here in front of me physically, so I can actually touch it and change all the buttons. It's something I've not experienced before. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not a hardware reviewer. I never have been and probably never will be. So what I'm going to do today is show you this wheel in action, because that's what it's designed for. I'm going to be racing in a 5-lap race at Silverstone against the AI in the Formula Hybrid, and try and give you guys some idea of what it's actually like to drive and to race with a Formula 1 steering wheel. But anyway, long intros are boring, so let's get to the fun bit. Now, this wheel also comes with the dual paddle clutch on the back, so both clutches in. First gear engaged, we'll release our first clutch when the lights go out, and our second clutch slowly as we pull away. That wasn't actually a bad start. Usually I'm a lot worse than that, but that would have completely burned up the clutch in real life as the guys go flying through T1. No. Wow, okay, that's a few places. I'll take that. AI very slow through there, so we'll take advantage of that. And already, something that I'm not quite used to, just how wide this rim is. It feels a lot wider than a conventional rim, and I find myself actually having my hands slightly get in my way as I turn. I can't quite see the screen anymore. That wouldn't be a thing in VR, of course, but we're not in VR today. Hit our DRS button at the top right there. Just get down the straight a bit quicker. The DRS zones are always available to everyone all the time in Assetto Corsa, so there's no point in me not using them. Easy out of here. Brake tool, there could be one click further back, so I'm going to do that. A little rotary encoder to the left there, and now focus on going through cups for the first time. I was going to say slow through there, but the AI even slower through there. I have to get off the power to make sure not to run into the back of them. Coming up to Maggots and Beckett's now. Not really any room to pass around here unless you've got a big old dick, and I haven't, so I'm not going to try that. And back on the power. Looking for that DRS board. There it is. Thank you very much. And I'm actually going to change the page in this right now. Try a different page out. Different pages on this wheel for different situations, and unfortunately with Assetto Corsa, a lot of the data you see on your screen right there, I'm not really getting in game. I don't get all the regen stuff on the wheel. I don't get the delta. That's something that apparently is coming soon with an update to Fan LEDs, which is what this uses. But until then, we have to kind of struggle with actually quite limited data on this. It isn't the same in other games. I've tried this rim out in iRacing, and you get so much data on your wheel, you can quite easily get lost in it actually. Anyway, let's not focus on iRacing too much when we're driving in a Assetto Corsa. She's a feisty one. So I'm actually going to turn up my deploy slightly. I have to look down to the wheel to find where it is. It's so confusing. I'm only pressing 1 or 2 buttons a lap compared to some of the guys in F1 who are doing multiple changes almost per corner. And I got to say, it's very difficult. I find myself looking down at the wheel a lot. That'll probably change as time goes on, like it used to, where all the button placements are. But right now, I find this quite difficult to keep an eye on. Hopefully, you guys are getting a good eye on it with the GoPro on the wall there. I'm not sure how good the quality is going to be, because again, this is not the kind of review I usually do, or the kind of video I usually do. Try and squeeze by. That's not a place you want to go wide there, but just that managed to get it past. Right, so we're going to open our DRS up to overtake. Use the speed, 200 mile an hour, end of the straight. Not quite close enough, back down to balanced high. Actually probably balanced low now after that. Not actually using my full lap's worth of hybrid, it seems. Although saying that, I'm not regenerating to 100% either, so trying to find a balance over a short race is quite tricky, so we'll put it back onto high. No, that's a different switch. That was my peak brake bias. You see, I'm just trying to feel around my thumb as to where it is. Rounded outside of T1, thank you very much. Oh god, don't hit the back of the McLaren. You can see some cars have liveries. I'm actually driving an Alfa Romeo right now. You can't really see it though. Not all the liveries are out yet. So we'll go on to our third screen now. This is the screen that I like the most. And I use this for the iRacing stuff because it has all the battery stuff up the top. I would love it if Assetto Corsa had the function to output that data to an external device. It seems that it doesn't. I asked the guy who makes this wheel, like, where's the rest of the data? And he just said, well, Assetto Corsa doesn't allow that. Seems a bit late in the development cycle now for Assetto Corsa for that to be changed, but it's damn cool. You might notice also my shift lights aren't quite where they should be. It takes data from the game, and sometimes I think it gets it a bit wrong. Sorry! Don't want to be running into the back of an F1 car, but now things just shatter. So that's something that can be adjusted, but I don't know how to adjust it. I'm not I'm a bit of a pleb when it comes to technology, but I'm sure it's something that I'll fix for the future. Again, DRS open. Back into the slipstream. Not had to make many amendments so far, which is good. I do have my engine brake on the throttle here, so if I do that, you can see it goes to engine brake 8 out of 11, or engine brake map I should say, but I'm going to put it back down to 7 because that's what I'm used to. And then in things like iRacing, you can do these diff adjustments. So I tried it out in the terrible MP430 in iRacing. Thank you very much, sir, I'll take that. And you can just get lost in the menus, and you're doing that between each corner, whilst at the same time concentrating on who's around you. Trying to make sure you're putting in consistent lap time and keeping your neck up for the high G corners and all this stuff. My brain's almost dead just thinking about it. It really is. I do like this display though, but I do find myself having to look down to look at it. Maybe I'm a bit too high in my little cockpit here. So it's something you really want to look at on the straights. Let's put ourselves on hot lap and try and catch these guys, shall we? Just burn through the rest of our hybrid for this lap. That can probably be flat. So I'm actually going to turn up my regen quite a bit for this last bit through here, just to grab a bit of regeneration back. Let's see what he does to the brakes. Ooh, car doesn't feel as agile through there now. Again, DRS open, nice. It adds so much to the experience to have this wheel in my hand. Everything just feels so much more, I guess, real or believable. Real isn't the right word because I'm very much aware that I'm sitting inside a shed playing the video game. But it feels like believable. I've yet to try this in VR. I think that'll be my next little experiment. I wanted just to get a video out today just to show you guys how cool this thing is, frankly. Now, this isn't cheap by any stretch of the imagination. I haven't bought this, or I'm not being sponsored by it. I'm just being loaned it by the guys over at Precision. I've got to send it back, unfortunately, eventually. This thing, including tax, is £2,800. Now, this wheel isn't meant for people like you and me. It's not really meant to be a consumer wheel unless you've got a lot of money. I think it's more aimed at simulation rigs and proper race team rigs. But my word, like, the quality is like nothing I've ever seen. Whether I could justify spending that sort of money on a racing rim, I don't want to get into that conversation. Probably not. But it's damn cool nonetheless. Right, okay. This is it now. Sorry, racing points. What's the point of racing more like? Ah! Right, you haven't got much ERS left, so might as well just go send it. Overtake. That's charging, Jimmy. It's the opposite. You haven't opened DRS. Oh my god. It took me that long to get into overtake down the straight. Well done, Jimmy. That's how you lose time and places. Great bias. All the way back. Yeet it into the chicane. Didn't quite work. Oh. And there you go. That was 5 laps in a Formula 1 car in Assetto Corsa with what is essentially a Formula 1 wheel. And I gotta say, just that extra level of immersion is... I wish you guys could just all try this. You know, I'm not stupid. I know that not everyone gets this opportunity to try stuff like this, and I'm incredibly grateful to the guys at Precision for sending it over and letting me have a go with it. But it just adds that extra level of I know, immersion, realism, whatever you want to call it, it just gives you that feeling. And especially when you're just fiddling around on the wheel all the time, you know, what I was doing during that race was just, it was pretty much nothing compared to what the guys do in real life. But it gave me an idea. My brain was already starting to struggle with remembering where all the buttons were and how many clicks to go one way to get one setting, how many clicks the other. You know, it's just an eye-opener. It's just an eye-opener for someone like me who, you know, is just a guy who sits in the shed and plays pretend cars all day. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I really enjoyed using this wheel. It really was a very cool experience. And again, a massive, massive thank you to the guys over at Precision for loaning me this wheel. You can find a link to their site down below in the description. If you did enjoy the video, then feel free to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe and the bell notification icon for more videos, probably with this wheel, and to be notified of future streams. A big thank you to my patrons and to my sponsors. Take care, have an awesome day. See you all next time.